idea to talk about popped into my head. I felt worth saying because we haven't said it before. Because context control has been this game now, right? Content control was very, very easy, and thus context control was not important at all. Because the psychological battlefield has changed dramatically because of the internet and social media. You can do covert marketing, right? Email blasts. Back in the day, you would have to be on a subscription newsletter, right? And that's how you organized your movements, right? And this is the crazy thing about, the post office, right? Like, as long as the only fucking thing that you are doing is having private conversations in letters, the post office has almost nothing they can fucking do to you, especially if you're talking in code. So here's the context run, and I'm going to give you everybody's favorite example of things, which is the phenomenon that I'm not sure is still going on or not in the extremist areas of Drag Queen Story Hour. Now, whether Drag Queen Story Hour has a authentic trend component to it, when we're talking about, sexual deviant drag, I'm not talking about decent people that are drag queens that are doing like a thing, and they're doing a thing and they're being tasteful. Like, if I saw a tasteful drag queen who was doing a totally like normal fucking whatever, in my personal world, that's a way different fucking issue. Based on a very interesting way that I spiritually look at gender, which is kind of one of those things that I appreciate from Lessons from James True. Shout out James True. Right, so, but my point is, if we're talking about somebody that's got a problem in their fucking head that, like, you can't just mask that because you're a protected class of someone who, lives as a RuPaul. Right? Just like, it's not fucking RuPaul every fucking day for this drag queen stuff, right? Like RuPaul, when RuPaul's like talk show RuPaul, where she's dressed up like real fucking appropriate and shit, right? Also having her salacious show and all that shit. You get my fucking point about RuPaul, okay? Marketing, right? It's one thing if we're just talking about a certain behavioral relationship. God, this fucking truck driver's got these big ass mud flaps. I find this funny. Can you guys read that? Oh my God. Ah! His mud flaps are all about Jesus. Oh my God, I zoomed in too far. I am so sorry. I'm ruining this. Okay, his mud flaps say on the left side, Jesus saves from hell. On the right side, Jesus or hell. Ugh. Oh my God, I don't want to have a conversation with human beings like that. See, that guys like that, they're more than likely, when they like to show off their absolutist mantras within their orthodoxies. More than likely, you got to put them on the fucking I'm personally concerned you're part of the Christian Reich. Because that's the only thing you really can do. Because natural law is he's just a fucking dude living his life, but he's going to be projecting his will by proxy of the Lord, the way I am projecting my will by my own goddamn free conscious fucking choice. And so, you just have to be mindful for psychological fucking operational purposes. Because odds are, he's a fucking decent human being that nobody should be fucking personally worried about. But you don't want their fucking culture to infect. And the only way you protect from that kind of infection is through authenticity. Right? If everybody's being authentic with each other, then you have to fucking persuade them on the truth. A lie's not gonna fucking work with people being authentic with one another. The other way is if the event happens and we're all fucking psychic, which maybe 2025 we're gonna get a temporary psychic activation because of the astrology. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm gonna ask Robert Phoenix about it tomorrow on my show. Good pranic breath right there. So anyway, there's one process that is to be followed for your personal in your world situation. From the things you see right in front of you and your absolute knowing of right and wrong. Now, things that are on a collective level, meaning that there's some sort of marketing trying to influence you and persuade you. Sometimes it's going to work because we're human. We're human, and some are more clever than others, or we're just in I'm in such an open state about things. It's like I don't buy nothing, but I feel like sharing it because I'm enticed. My imagination is activated. And I want to share my hallucination of what if this is real with you. And that's one of the reasons why once in a while I enjoy AI creepypasta. Right? Can't help it. Once in a while I'm impressed by something. You know, if I intentionally want horror AI fucking shorts on whatever, then I'd like to fucking have access to that. I just think we should treat it like porn and leave it in its own fucking corner of the fucking internet so nobody gets fucking bothered by it scrolling. My God, it is horrible that's just fucking that it's so in your fucking face with the short feeds, knowing what it fucking is. Some of it being downright pornographic in that uncanny valley of testicless fucking naked humanoids or something. It's fucking weird shit, man. It's the weirdest of shit. This is the face of Koranzan. This is the face of the Babbler in the Abyss in its ever-shifting presence, right? And it's not in the internet, because this isn't AI. This is a intuitive algorithm that is reacting to your data input, right? But you can do some scary fucking shit with that power. How's it going? Angela Baby Carson. How you doing? Angela, do I know somebody in your family? Wait, Carson. Right? Are you? No. Well, I'm trying to remember. If I know you, I've heard of somebody. Names are escaping me because right now the forefront of my brain is not thinking of of anything outside of this situation. So let me get back to it because I can't process it. Okay, first time here. Cool. Thanks for showing up. Please like, share, subscribe. I've got some awesome stuff coming up, and I've done some awesome stuff in the past. I'm the Flat Earth T-shirt model. Really? You're a T-shirt model. Flat Earth T. Oh, that's cool. That's fucking cool. I'm Flat Earth open. I'm not a flat earther. I'm Flat Earth open, right? I don't like any claims. I like the ability to play with the furthest reaches of how my mind is trying to figure out how certain things work. So, anyway, the marketing system is a certain kind of strategic thing, and if the marketing is using coercive, covert tactics and messaging that can be properly determinatively analyzed through patterns, that can hold up in court, right? I have interviewed Tom Althouse, the actual screenwriter for The Matrix, which was supposed to be a film called The Immortals, which was not about living in a simulation, but living under a pseudo... It's kind of like Man in High Castle, except nobody knows that the Nazis won, right? Think of it like that way, right? And the hero didn't get any fucking superpowers. It was a hard fucking battle. This was a much more dramatic film with a very family-oriented story. They gutted this thing into a cyberpunk nihilist clusterfuck. So fuck the Wachowskis. You can keep your fucking bullet time. So Tom Althouse was a hardcore targeted individual, covert assassination attempts. Holy shit. The shit they tried to do to this guy. And the entire Wachowskis library is riddled with fucking taunts and insults to the man's character. Putting into the subconscious all sorts of personal details of his life. And he can prove it in court, did prove it in court, and it's part of why the Matrix films have become what they become, and why the sequels were so fucking different as they were. And seeing it for what it is, I can appreciate the fun of it all, but the truth is that I'm not that stimulated by the Matrix movies anymore, because I came to the fuller understanding of, quote, transcending the Maya while living in it. Right? And but you still have to play the game on the hard difficulty level, because the Nazis and the communists are still the ones going back and forth for control. Because whether we like it or not, our level of consciousness tolerates too much of that on each side. It's too willingly blind. That's what makes it scary. This is, who I've become since 2020 is appreciation for learning the lesson. I have no appreciation for the players of the lesson, because they made a fucking choice from a position of much higher sight. And in 2020, My sight on certain things was very good. Was fucking excellent. Was fucking correct about fucking several fucking things. But not for 1 second did I think I'd see the world's neighbors turn on each other like that over this, under all of these circumstances. But my ability to fucking read it became so clarified afterwards. There was a great clarity given to me by seeing this one flaw, right? This is the kind of lesson you learn from Heimdall. Heimdall, how the fuck did this happen? You were on watch, right? That's the mythos. Heimdall's the guy on watch who's perfect at his job, but somebody's just slightly better than him. Hail Heimdall. Angela was timed out? I'm not even paying attention. What happened? What happened? Hey, Pearl. Pearl, talk to me. Talk to me. I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking. What's going on? Everything was fine. There was a perfectly cordial conversation. Did you pocket block her? I've done that before. I'm gonna park and I'm gonna see what she fucking said. I am curious, because I don't believe you do that for nothing. Okay, let me see here. She said thank you. Oh, whoops. Oh, what's going on? Was unhidden. Okay, cool. Angela, apologies there. That happens. Welcome back. My God. Hi, no. Add as administrator, put user, remove, port, pin. Oh, I wanted to put those messages back too. Angela, are you still here, or did you assume that somebody... I hope she's still here. Can you hear me? I want proof of life from Angela. Damn it, she said she was new too. Did I just lose a sub over this? I'm under 1,000 subs, so like every single one of you is like, come here, I need a core network. I need people I can pretend are my family. No, I'm kidding. Smit-munt in fun ways. Okay, how's it going, Slick Man? I told the guys a few minutes ago, earlier in this stream, about tomorrow. I've been mentioning tomorrow quite a bit. All sorts of excited. And so I'm just wrapping things up on the fact that you can't treat what you are seeing anywhere across networks, in media stream or whatever. You can't go after it under the same pretense of how you're going after it when you're seeing something in your face happening, right? Because you don't have witness. You are hearing about someone else's witness. And you're not allowed to take more power than the witness. You're trying to have equivalent power to the witness in this matter, which is one of the big problems with our democracy process, is that people that have had no witness of circumstances want to pass laws about them. And this is why the federal government needs to be hands-off. State governments need to keep an eye on local municipalities so that they are within state constitutional rights and people are handling it there in their community, right? But this also involves exposing the marketing, the networking, the funding, Right, and so that's what is going on. There's two different levels to trends like this. And don't get they want you exhausted in the culture war because that is swamping you with troubles of domestic policy that are gumming up politics. Right? And so foreign policy suffers because of that. Whether we are creating more power or dismissing power. You know? Trump may be the Antichrist. He's at the very least the anti-Obama. Right? Or the anti-Biden, depending on how much Biden was really running the Obama administration. It's hard to say. All right. Yeah, witness and martyr, right? Absolutely. Correct. Correct. Um so we have to wonder a thing or two about that. But the fact that martyr has Mars and tear in it is also fascinating, especially for me. Okay, I'm going to catch you guys later.